Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha, Rakak, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that do group well. Peace and salutations to the elect, the hopeful elect and 1/3, pushing this 100% truth across the four winds so we can seal the elect and make it to the kingdom. All right, I want to do a lesson all through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. And, first I want to show this video because this video is an omen. Okay, it pretty much shows the spirit that Esau embellishes and walks in up until this day. Okay, this is actually a recent video, and this is pretty much the spirit that Esau walks in. He wants to eat, and he doesn't want to pay the tab. But before I go into this video, I just want to go here real quick and share with the brothers and sisters that may be tuning in. All right, if you haven't already, Babu Kusha, could you subscribe to our third channel? Okay, I try to show this. I want to show this either at the beginning or end of every lesson. Okay, all you got to do is when you go on our page, just click right here on the new channel update. Okay, brothers and sisters have been subscribing, but if you could subscribe, because this channel right here that we post on, our main channel, all it needs is one more strike and Esau Edom is going to delete it. So we're trying to get all the brothers and sisters now to go to our third channel so we can at least get 1,000 subscribers so we can go live on there, because we're constantly getting strikes and we're not able to upload or go live. So if you could, Baba Kasha, subscribe to our third channel. I will put the link in the description, but I'm just reminding you before this video starts. Like I said, I'm going to try to do that before every lesson or after at the end of every lesson, and I'm going to put the link in the description. So at the end of this lesson, all you got to do is click the link in the description and subscribe, Baba Kasha. So let's play this video, and I'm going to show you why I say through the spirit that this is an omen, all right, of Esau Edom.
Look how much food you guys got. So much you're gonna leave without paying? Without paying? You still ordered it. They still cooked your food. You still left without paying. You still left without paying. You came up to us. Because you're video recording. For them, for their protection. Go. Pay them and leave. Take care of it. You guys pay them and leave. Everybody. Pay them and leave. Pay them and leave. That really makes sense why you guys look like that. Like, that's very rude. Okay, pay them and leave. Okay. Trash. No, we're not trash. We're trash. Pay them and leave. The fact that you're video recording and like just go and bye. Go and pay. Stop. Literally stop. You're still talking. Because you're still recording. Go pay them and leave. What we're doing doesn't concern you. Go pay. It does because I'm on video. Go pay. And what?
All right, so what you've seen here is, as the title says, these two chicks, these two Edomites, dine and dash, but one forgets her purse inside. They got put on blast when they went back in. Okay, so I thought this was an omen, all right, because there's a saying that brothers always say, and pretty much, when Esau comes to camp, they're in the spirit, and they always are like, well, that wasn't me. Or that was, even if they say, oh, that wasn't my forefathers, or those were the forefathers, those weren't us. Okay, speaking when we speak about, slavery and pretty much the wickedness, the wicked history that America tries to hide. Okay, they don't try to really speak on it, or I'll say this: they don't try to own up to the wickedness that the early Americans went through to establish this land. Okay, for your average everyday Edomite, like you've seen in the video, to walk around proud and just be in this pompous spirit, and they're established. Okay, they're completely established. They don't have to go around raping, robbing, and murdering anymore, because they did it so much that now they have lands after their own names, and they're living comfortably. So they always are in this spirit of, well, why do I have to answer for what someone else did? And that's exactly the spirit that you saw these two Shedemites in. Okay, they sat there, they ate the food, and then they tried to leave without paying, but then their purse was left, right? So they had to go back in. And then when they were caught, she said, did you see all the food we left? Like, this is the spirit of Esau, you know? Like, yeah, I may have did wrong, but did you see what I left for you? Like, pretty much you should just be happy that I didn't eat it all. Or you niggas should be happy we didn't kill you all. I remember back in the world, this Edomite told me, you know, as I was transitioning into the truth, you know, the Lord was working on my mind and stirring me up with certain thoughts. And I was speaking about the injustice, and I happened to be speaking to two Edomites. And I was speaking about the injustice and everything we've gone through. And he says out of his mouth, well, we gave you a month. You see, this is the spirit that Esau walks in, okay? But see, Esau, Edom, he doesn't realize he is his forefathers and foremothers coming back in reincarnation. This is why you today, all right, have to answer for the war crimes that you have committed in your past lives, okay? You have to answer for what you've done to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, not only in America, but what you've done in your other rulerships, as the Romans, as the Greeks, as your original nationality as Esau, and even going back further, what you've done in the garden as Cain. Okay, so you have to answer for what you've done in your past life. And that video is a prime example of how Esau Edom walks around today. He wants to eat and gobble everything up, but he doesn't want to pay the tab. Well, you're going to have to, man. Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. See, so the slaughter that the prophecies speak of in the Bible is being prepared for the offsprings of Esau Edom, because you are your fathers and foremothers coming back in the reincarnation. And you see how they act today. It's the same spirit. All right, they may not be going around physically lynching and killing and burning and robbing, all right, on a mass scale, but they have that spirit of, you know, pretty much F you niggas, you know, or you're lucky that I even took a bite, you know. That you see them, the woman. They were more upset that people caught them for the act instead of the act that they did. That's the spirit of Esau. They dined and dashed. Then the Lord set it up to where she forgot her purse. Okay, that she left evidence. Evidence was left behind. Okay, like today we are the evidence. Okay, Esau Edom could have got away with slavery, but he still has the slaves to this day, which is prophecy. Okay. And his children ain't doing nothing to try to stop the injustice that happens to us, okay? Marching ain't doing a damn thing, okay? Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Right, because you have to do away with Esau. You have to stop him in his wickedness, because no matter what, he's going to come out being wicked. Okay, real quick, Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. And you've seen these two women, all right, 9 times out of 10, the average person would look at them as innocent, or they would even look at them as beautiful or God's gift to earth. But you just saw the epitome of them, man. Okay, through that makeup, through their bullshit coochie cutters and dresses, you see the spirit that they walk in, and it's vile, it's treacherous. Okay, it's thievery, and it's wickedness, man, and it's pride. You see that? They don't want to answer for their actions. That's what this video is showing you. They do not want to answer for any crimes that they commit, and then when you out them on it, they get offended because you're recording them or you're speaking on it. This is who we're dealing with. The wicked who is estranged from the womb. They want to eat, but they don't want to pay the tab. Well, guess what? No matter what, you're going to pay what you owe. This is Psalms 53:4. Have the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread? So that video shows you, just as they ate that food and wanted to leave, they did the same thing to us, meaning they devoured us. Okay. Oh, what's that bring me to? Jeremiah. All right, they devour us as a nation, okay? So even in the Bible, it's comparing you to how you treated us. You basically ate us up as bread and chewed us up and spit us out. You know, they have that saying, I'll chew you up and spit you out. That's literally what you see in this video, man. Okay? As they say, the proof is in the pudding. Okay, what's that? Jeremiah 30:16. Let me snag that. Because when you eat something, you devour it. Okay, when you devour something, you basically destroy it. Okay, and that's what Esau, Edom has done to us as a nation. They have destroyed us as a people, and they don't want to answer for that, man. All right, they got free labor off of us, free women, okay, free building. The list goes on and on. What Esau has done to us. This is why even Jake today he asked for reparations. Why do the offsprings of slaves ask for reparations up until this day? All right, in the year is 2020. To this day, you have the offsprings of slaves still asking for reparations for what you've done to them generations and generations ago. But our people, for the majority, don't understand that they are going to answer for what they've done generations and generations ago. Okay? Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee, all right, just like how they ate us up as bread, but don't want to pay the tab. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Okay, so they have preyed upon us, they have devoured us, they have eaten us up, they have taken our culture, they put our artifacts in museums, they whitewash our images and our beautiful music, and the list goes on and on. What Esau have done, he's made multi-trillion of dollars off Israelites alone, man. From free labor to even now, he so-called freed us, but now he enslaves you with debt. All right, here it is. He'll arrest you in the street, shoot you, gun you down for reaching for your license, but then his female counterparts are dining and dashing when they clearly have enough money to pay. And that's another thing. You have money. It's not like you're broke. You have money. Oh, you have more than heart could wish. Let's grab that real quick. See, Esau has more than heart could wish, but his eyes stand out with fatness. The men and the women. Okay, this is Habakkuk 2 and right here, Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desires as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. You see that? So he can't be satisfied. His eyes stand out with fatness, wanting more and more and more. Okay? But everywhere he goes, he destroys. Everywhere he goes, he devours. And first and foremost, he devoured who? The nation of Israel. Psalm 73:7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. See that? So here it is. They're living off the hog. They're living off the land. You have all these amenities, but you have the nerve to want to dine and dash. Or even you can equate it today. You've slaved, you've raped, you've murdered, you've robbed, right? But then you still sit here and cry for white rights, all right? While you're continually eating up not only the nation of Israel, but other nations round about. Psalms 53 and finishes Psalm 4. Have the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread? They have not called upon the Most High. That's right, and that's Esau, Edom. Okay, they eat us up. They have more than heart could wish, and their eyes stand out with fatness. This is the pride and hypocrisy that Esau, Edom walks in soon as he comes out the room, man. Soon as, even as a child, before he can walk, he's crawling, being covenant. You see these Edomite children, okay? They're all completely wicked. And every Edomite born is just another Edomite that was a devil in his past life, coming back to be a bigger devil in this life. And you mean to tell me they're not supposed to answer for what they've done and what they're doing? I'm telling you, man, this video is an omen. It shows you the spirit that Esau's in. He wants to eat and he don't want to pay. This is Job 21 and 7. It says, wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power. And where do they live? They live right here on the earth. Okay? They live here right on the earth, and the earth was given to the hands of the wicked, man. Okay? This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. And that iniquity is established through who? Esau, Edom. Okay? So right here, this is where the mighty live, right here on earth. The earth was given to them, and they rule it in wickedness. They rule it in treachery. Okay? They rule it in thievery. And they have the means to pay for things. Like brothers say all the time, even though we know it's prophecy, but Esau, Edom has the means to end world hunger, to end homelessness. The list goes on what he could end, but he doesn't choose to. He doesn't amend the wrongs that he's written, okay? He doesn't do none of those things. But then when you call him out on it, he looks at you and finds a way to, don't record me. Don't speak to me like that. You see, he just needs to be judged, man. He's a spoiled brat. Okay, but this spoiled brat has committed murder, has committed acts of heinous violence on the Lord's chosen people. But he walks around as if he's not going to answer for it, because in his recollection, he physically didn't have you in slavery. But the trick is on him. In your past life, you did. Job 21 and 8. And it reads, their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. And that's their seed. You're looking at their seed. Their seed will go around, wear Make America Great hats, just be complete demons. And then they just act the part of righteousness when the camera's around, man. Okay? See, Esau, Edom, he likes to be a demon in the shadows, and he portrays himself as an angel when he's in the light. Okay, because you have to remember, Satan has been transformed to an angel of light, and he's been transformed into an angel of light through, his movies, his media, movies like Leave It to Beaver, Seventh Heaven, Smallville, things of that nature. That's where he's transformed himself into an angel of light. Let me see if I can snag that. It's in 1 Corinthians or 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. Or something like that. Let's put this in. It's literally, it's on the tip of my tongue, and I just want to make sure I get it. I've brought it out plenty of times. Yep, 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. I knew it was one of them. 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. And here you go. You had that one Edomite song, with the lips of an angel. Right? You brothers know that crap. Look at this. This is Satan transformed into an angel of light, man. Right here. Right here. And if you had some jakes, imagine these two women walking by a camp, let's say a few years ago, when the Lord had a real heavy spirit of just rebuke. They would have called the cops on you. Like, hey, don't talk to these young girls like that. When you don't realize these are the damn offsprings of the physical counterpart of Shaitan, man. All right? And just give them a minute. Just give them a minute, and they will show you their demonic nature. Okay? So let's go back to this, Job 21 and 8. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of the Most High upon them. So here it is. They're not cursed. They're not going through poverty, but these devils will still shout as if they're being treated unfairly, or they'll still dine and dash, or they'll still act like there's not racism in the world. These are who we're dealing with, and they're high off the hog. Now, this life is vain. It's vanity. It's at the basis level. But even on this base level, they are at the top. Okay, they're at the top of what life is. What you are allowed to do in this life according to success. Esau is living it according to this standard. All right, but even within that, this male and gal will still have the audacity to lie, rob, rape, and steal. But then look at you, like you're the criminal for catching them. You see that? Let's see. Let's jump down there. It's actually a little more good in here, but I'm just going to jump down to get to the point. This is Job 21 and 19. It says, going back to why they have to answer for it. The Most High layeth up his iniquity for his children. You see that? So you can talk all this about your George Washingtons, your Andrew Jacksons, your Christopher Columbus. We could go on and on about them, your Cortezes, your conquistadors, right? Your Alexander the Greats, your Antiochus, your Herods. We can speak about all of them. But the Most High says, I'm gonna lay the iniquity for his children, though, okay? Because those men have passed and gone. But what about his offsprings, those that came from his line? You see, the Most High layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it. You will know, all right, that this is the judgment from Yahweh Bashim Shai for the wickedness that you have done in your past life and in this life. This is Numbers 14 and 18. Yahweh Bashim Shai is long suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgressions, but only to Israel, because Esau, Edom cannot repent. Because one would say, wait a minute, it just said he lay up the iniquity, but right here it says he forgives iniquity. Yes, that's true, but for who? Okay, because Esau, Edom, he cannot repent for his wickedness. Okay, this is Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. And you know, and this is another thing, man. This guy doesn't even want to repent, okay? You bring up slavery, he'll say, well, you sold yourself into slavery. You bring up he was dying and dashing, well, why are you recording me? Every time you bring up his iniquity, he doesn't want to own up or answer to it. He reflects. So he's gotta be taken out, and he's gonna know his iniquity, and he ain't gonna have no room to talk. You know how they say when they read you your Miranda rights? What's the Miranda rights came because they arrested a Jake, and they basically coerced him into telling on himself without revealing that he could have an attorney, which is spiritual because our mediator, our attorney is Yahweh Shai. But the point is, when you get read your Miranda rights, they say you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. So Esau, Edom, everything you say is going to be used against you. Okay, even if you try to deny it, what you've done is going to be shown right in front of your face. This is Numbers 14 and 18. Let me snag this real quick as I'm speaking about this so I do not forget it. Wisdom of Solomon 4, and then we got to go to 2nd Ezra. So let's hold this on deck. Okay, that's going to be coming up next. Numbers 14 and 18. Yahweh Bashim Shai is long suffering and of great mercy to who? To Israel. Forgiving iniquity to who? Israel. And transgressions to who? Israel. And by no means clearing the guilty. And you go to Job 9 and 24, and it says the earth has been given to the hand of the wicked. When you go into the blue letter of the wicked, it also goes into the guilty one. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon their children unto the 3rd and 4th generation. So the Bible clearly tells you how the Lord will judge you in your next couple generations when you come back on the earth. Okay, when you come back on the earth, you will receive judgment. Okay, and real quick, I have to actually get this before I get Wisdom of Solomon. Okay, 2nd Ezra 14 and 35. I'm just going to get a few more, and we're going to wrap it up. 2nd Ezra 14 and 35. For after death shall the judgment come, well, we shall live again. And we just read up to the 3rd and 4th generation, so we could come back up to the 3rd and 4th generation. It says, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared. So the works of the ungodly are being declared, and they're ultimately going to be declared right in your face, all right, for your judgment. All right, and just like these two Shedemites right here is a prime example of why they have to be judged, because at any moment they will continue their wickedness, and then when you call them out on it, they reflect, or they run away, or they act like, and imagine if they didn't leave their purse and they went away. You know what? In their minds, they would say, oh, they'll just blame that on some niggas. Like in the movie Goodfellas, in the beginning scene, when Ray Liotta and Joe Pesci, they stole that truck, the driver came in and said, can you believe it? Two niggas just stole my truck, when they even see who did it. See, so Esau, Edom will commit a crime, and then he'll blame it on Jake, when he's the biggest criminal. Wisdom of Solomon 4. And guess what? The eyes of the Lord are in all places, perceiving the evil and the good. Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 19. For he shall rend them and cast them down headlong, that they shall be speechless. You ain't going to be able to say nothing. You ain't going to be able to say, why are you recording me? And he shall shake them from the foundation, and they shall be utterly laid waste, and be in sorrow, and their memorial shall perish. And when they cast up the accounts of their sins, they shall come with fear, and their own iniquities shall convince them to their face. You see that? So you ain't going to be able to stop it. You ain't going to be able to hide it. You're going to have to answer for what you have done. Okay? And going back to Isaiah 14, this is why it says prepare slaughter for his children. Because Esau, Edom, all right, what they've done in the past, they are not physically here, but their offsprings are here. So their offsprings are going to answer for what their forefathers have done. Okay, so this should show you right here as a prime example of the spirit that Esau Edom has. All right, and unbeknownst to you, Esau Edom, you may think you're a sovereign citizen, or you may think that you can do your own thing. Well, guess what? Your soul belongs to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So you have to answer for the judgment that you have done, and you cannot escape it. You cannot appeal it. You cannot try to not go to the court date. Amen. This is your judgment. Ezekiel 18:4. Behold, all souls are mine, as the soul of the Father, so also the soul of the Son is mine. The soul that sinneth, it shall die. You see that? So the Lord will visit you upon your next generations. You may die so-called peacefully in one life, but the Lord will bring you back just so he can judge you for what you did in your past and present life, man. Okay, and one more through the Spirit that just came to mind. All right, so no matter what you say or what you do, okay, you have to answer for what you've done in your past life. Prime example, look at us. We are still in slavery. We are still in bondage. We are still in captivity. Why? Because what we've done in our past life. That's why there's in particular law that we are supposed to repent for what our forefathers have done. Esau, Edom don't even care what his forefathers have done, let alone if he believes in reincarnation. And yes, reincarnation is in the Bible, and there's many more precepts we can bring out to prove it. All right, John, the 9th chapter, the 1st and 2nd verse, Matthew 16, the 13th and 14th verse, okay? 2 Corinthians 5 and 10, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of a Mashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he has done, whether it be good or bad. And one more, I'm going to leave you with the infamous Revelation 13 and 10, which is a future prophecy that John the Revelator saw, which the saints are patiently waiting for. Revelations 13 and 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So you wanna eat the food, you're gonna have to pay for the food. You wanna eat us up like bread, you're gonna be devoured like same bread. You wanna put that cup to us, you're gonna have to drink that cup. What goes around comes around, man. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So we are being patient through our faith, and this was an omen to show you that Esau Edom is willing to eat, but he ain't willing to pay. But no matter what he does, he has bounds that he cannot pass. Okay? One more, I gotta get it. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, I love prophesizing against Esau Edom, man. It's my pleasure. Through the spirit and power of the Lord, man. Job 14 and 5, seeing his days are determined, no matter what he does, what he says, what he do, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. And as I'm saying this, all I can see in my mind is Esau Edom trying to break from chains that he can't, man. Okay, so this shows you right here, this is an omen. This is a spirit that Esau Edom walks in. He doesn't want to pay for the tab which his fathers have laid. And Baba Kasha, if you could, I'm going to leave the link in the description. Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. Subscribe to our 3rd channel, all right, before Esau Edom takes his channel down, okay, because he's gonna soon. So I'm gonna put the link in the description. We're the 3rd channel is GMS Solemn Assembly 3. Baba Kasha, subscribe to our 3rd channel. Adonai Tazah, you brothers and sisters were edified through the spirit as I was, and I just want to say Kol Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Baha Rakak Wadash. With that being said, Shalom.